With nothing more than his bare hands, one man confronted and battled raging bulls. That man was the master of karate, Mas Oyama. To demonstrate the power of his karate, Oyama crushed rocks and bricks and challenged all comers to bare-fisted, no-holds-barred duels. He defeated all who faced him. Very quickly, young men fascinated with Oyama's karate gathered to train and learn. Oyama's fame spread across the globe. To develop the whole body into a weapon through the absolute extremes of training. To develop a spirit unshaken before all trials. This karate is an art aimed at mastery of both the physical and spiritual. This is Kyokushin Karate. These instructional videos were produced for the purpose of standardizing Kyokushin Karate worldwide in accordance with the wishes of Mas Oyama.
To begin with, I shall explain the dojo etiquette in detail. First, the standing bow. With correct posture, stand in shizentai. Bring the fists to the opposite ears. From this position, cut the fists across the body. Extend the spine and bow the head 30 to 40 degrees. Take care not to bow the head so deeply that you lose clear vision of the opponent's movement. As far as possible, maintain vision and awareness of any movement from both the front and sides. Return to the original position. With the kneeling bow, I will begin by first explaining the correct way to sit in seiza. From shizentai, withdraw the left foot slightly and kneel. Bring the right foot back and drop the hips. As the hips drop, bring the fists to the top of the thighs and place them there deliberately. The distance between the knees is approximately 2 to 3 widths of the fists wide. In this position, extend the spine fully, relax and drop the shoulders. The fists are placed 1 fist width off the end of the thighs. Visualize an equilateral triangle with the fists at the base. Extend the spine and bow the head, looking towards the top of the triangle. Again, do not drop the head too low. As with the standing bow, remain aware of the opponent's movements. From there, return to seiza.
この位置から、再び、立ち方ですけれども、座った、時と、全く逆にまず右足を立てて、その上で左足を戻して自然体に戻ります。はい、整列。
With the seirets, or the line-up, the highest grade stands at the right end of the front row. From there, the students line up in order of rank. Please obey this method of lining up in class.
正座。正座して親善礼。黙祷。黙祷目親善礼。はい、それではこれから稽古を始めます。はい、立って。おっし。正座。正座して親善礼。道場君、一つ我々は心身を練麻し各校罰の審議を極めることを一つ我々は部の真髄を極め気に発し管理人になることを一つ我々は私立合計をもって自己の精神を寛容することを一つ我々は礼節を重んじ頂上軽視粗暴の振る舞いをつきもと一つ我々は神仏を尊び健常の美徳をせざることを一つ我々は知性と体力とを向上させことに臨んで過ちざることを一つ我々は生涯の修行を空手の道に通じ極真の道を全うすることを黙祷。黙祷目親善礼。先輩にありがとうございました。お互いにありがとうございました。はい、立って。おし。はい、これをもって稽古終わります。おし。おし。おし。おし。
I'll begin with the correct formation of the Seiken fist. Open the hand wide and beginning with the little finger, try to bring the fingertips to the base joint of the fingers. Roll the fingers tightly. To finish, take the thumb across as if to wrap the whole fist as tightly as possible. As the fist is formed, try to feel as though the center of the Seiken is being squeezed tightly from both sides of the fist. The actual part of the fist used to strike is the area of the forefinger and the middle finger between the first and second joints. This is the area used and known as Seiken. Next is Uraken. The hand is gripped exactly the same way as the Seiken. The striking area is the area directly behind the Seiken knuckles. Depending on the situation, sometimes the whole back of the hand may also be used. Next is Shito, or knife hand. As with the Seiken, the hand is first opened widely. From this position, whereas with the Seiken, the power of the hand is concentrated towards the center, With the shito, the feeling is as if you are trying to stretch the back of the hand. The four fingers are pressed together lightly, and the thumb is pulled towards the back of the hand. Take care not to let the thumb fold in towards the palm. The striking area is from the first joint of the little finger to the start of the wrist. The outside, inside, and center sections are used depending on the circumstances. Next is the empi, or elbow. Bend the arm tightly. The empi striking area is the front of the elbow, or, depending on the situation, the tip of the elbow, or even the back of the elbow. As far as possible, the elbow should be bent tightly. When striking, take care not to have the radius and ulna side by side. Have the forearm bones in line with the strike and facing the opponent. Next is tetsui, or bottom fist. The tetsui is simply the hand closed in seiken, but striking with the shito area. Form a tight fist and strike with the bottom of the hand. This is called tetsui. With the nukite, the hand is formed in the same way as shito. Take care, however, that when you strike with the nukite, if the hand is arched towards the back of the hand, as in shito, the power will be lost on impact and you will injure the hand and wrist. So be sure to keep the hand straight. In fact, you will find that you may want to angle the hand slightly. As far as possible, make the fingertips a single unit. Concentrate fully on the fingertips as you strike. Next is shote, or palm heel. The shote is formed by first making a shuto, then bending the wrist back strongly. The striking area is not so much the center of the palm, but the heel of the palm in line with the forearm bones. Be sure to bend the wrist fully back and concentrate on the striking area at the heel of the palm. This is called shote.
小手と言います。肉の一番厚いところですね。
The koken. The koken is the opposite of the shote. You bend the wrist forward and use this point here, this point on the wrist. This is used for blocks as well as attacks. Oyama Sosai taught that when the koken is used to the side, the thumb is on the base of the middle finger. When the koken is used vertically, the thumb is on the base of the ring finger. Be aware of this point. If you don't bend the wrist strongly, the point of the koken won't protrude correctly. Bend the wrist as tightly as possible. Next is the haito, or ridge hand. The haito uses the opposite side, the inside of the hand in the shuto position. However, whereas the thumb is pulled back in Shito, in Haito the thumb is pressed in towards the palm. The striking surface is the base of the forefinger to the wrist. This is Haito, the hand used on the opposite side of Shito. Next is Chusoku. The Chusoku is the ball of the foot, the front part of the sole. The heel is pulled back tightly and the foot is extended. The toes are also pulled back so the foot strikes in line with the bones of the leg. Next is Haisoku. To form Haisoku, the toes are fully extended. The Haisoku is simply the instep of the foot. The heel is pulled back and the toes extended strongly. This is very important to prevent injury. Next is the kakato. Of course you all know that kakato means heel. Just be aware that when using the heel for a kick, you should flex the ankle and pull the toes back strongly towards the knee, the opposite of haisoku. Depending on the circumstances, you may use the outside of the heel, or in the case of kakato otoshi, axe kick, or ushiro moashi, spin back kick, the back at the tip of the heel bone. You must be very careful not to hit and possibly injure the Achilles tendon. Take note of this. Next is hiza, or the knee. The knee is to the lower body what the elbow is to the upper body. It is very important that you flex the leg fully when you strike with the knee. That is a fundamental of all knee techniques. Be careful not to hit the kneecap. Hit with the area around the kneecap, the front top of the knee when you thrust forward, the inside of the knee, or the top when kicking up. There are various ways to use the knee. Next is the sune, or shin. From the knee to the ankle, we use the whole shin bone. The shin is one of the weakest and most painful parts of the body, so it must be trained and hardened. If it is trained well, though, it becomes a very powerful attacking weapon, has been very effective in defense. This is sune, or shin. Next is sokuto, the knife edge of the foot. For sokuto, the ankle is flexed up and the sole turned inwards. The protruding edge of the heel is the striking area, not the front of the foot. Turn the sole in, flex the heel back strongly and strike with the side of the heel. That is sokuto. This is very good, particularly for kicking to the side. Beyond the weapons of the body just explained, there are numerous other parts which may be used. the second knuckles used in hiraken, the joint of the thumb, and the joints of the forefinger and middle finger. Also toho, the inside part of the thumb and forefinger. As well, the fist is gripped strongly, and you have the wanto, or forearm, the outside and inside forearm. Also, there are times when you can use the shoulder and, of course, the headbutt. With the foot, you may also block or attack with teisoku, the sole of the foot. The tips of the toes may be tightened and used similarly to the nukite spear hand to attack. The ankle can also be used as a weapon. When you train, don't overlook these body weapons as well. I'll continue now with an explanation of the stances. This first position is shizentai, natural or ready stance. From there we go to heisokudachi. Close the inside edges of the feet together. This is heisokudachi. From there, with the weight on the heels, turn the toes out 45 to 60 degrees, as though the heels are joined together. This is musubidachi. Take the weight to the toes and take the heels out until the feet are parallel. This is heikodachi, or parallel stance. Now pivot on the heels and take the toes out. The feet in this position are the same as the figure 8 in Japanese, so it is called outside figure 8 stance, or soto hachijidachi. From there the weight goes to the toes and the heels are pushed out. This is an inside figure 8 stance. This is uchi hachijidachi. The ankles, knees and hips are dropped slightly. From this stance, one foot is pushed forward, 1 foot length. I have my right foot forward, so this is migi sanchindachi. From sanchindachi, with the weight on the toes, bring the heels in until the feet are parallel. This is moroashidachi. From here the weight goes to the toes again and the heels are shifted. Turn to the side and drop the weight. Place 70% of the weight on the back leg and 30% on the front. This is kokutudachi, back stance. Now retract the front foot and lift the heel strongly into neko ashidachi, or cat stance. The front foot is approximately 2 foot lengths forward. From here, twist on the ball of the foot and sit down into the stance as though the feet are hooked together. This is kake ashidachi. Return to the front and withdraw the legs straight back, about 2 shoulder widths. The width is the same as the heikodachi, the width of the shoulders. Stand as if on a rectangle, 1 shoulder width wide and 2 shoulder widths long. Stretch the back leg straight and bend the front leg deeply. 70% of the weight is on the front leg and 30% on the back. The toes of the front foot point straight ahead and the toes of the back foot are about 45 degrees. This is zenkotsudachi. From here, turn on the balls of the feet and bring the feet parallel. Maintain the double shoulder width. This is kibadachi, horse riding stance. Now, turn the toes out 45 degrees so the feet are at 90 degrees to each other. This is shikodachi, or sumo stance. Lift the foot straight up so the heel is at the opposite knee. This is tsuruashidachi, crane stance. We then return to shizentai, ready stance. I'd like to now explain sanchindachi. With good posture in shizentai, on yoi, cross the arms and drop the breath to the lower abdomen. This is the preparatory position for all stances. From here, take the toes of the front foot to the toes of the opposite foot and lightly drop the hips. At the same time, the arms cross in front of the groin. Take the foot in a half circle to the correct position and continue with a double uchiuke. One fist fits under the waki or armpit and the arms are bent at 90 degrees. The fists are one fist width outside of the arm. The weight is dropped down on your center line. Stand straight with good posture from yoi, then kamaete. Move this way. This is the correct sanchin dachi.
これが三鎮立ちの立ち方です。
Now the mawashi uke. One hand's palm is held at eye height and horizontal. The other hand is brought across with the wrist slightly touching the tip of the elbow. From there, the top hand goes inside and blocks gedan with either shote, palm heel, or shito, knife hand. The other hand blocks up with either the shito or a kake, hooking motion. Draw a large circle with the hands and retract them fully. Then strike shote to the center line, the chin and the groin. Close the waki as you strike. The opposite is also the same. The palm is at eye height, the fingers are pushed out and the wrist meets the upper elbow. The top hand and the lower forearm are parallel to the floor. From there, the arm blocking down circles inside and the arm blocking up is on the outside, both arms defending across the center line. Turn a large circle and withdraw, then strike with the palm heels. Next is shito mawashi uke. The front hand, haito or ridge hand, joins the shote, palm heel, of the back hand. From the ready position, the fingertips of the front hand go inside of the back hand and they both come to behind the ear. From there, the hands draw a large circle above the head. When the hands come to face height, they separate, the back hand going to the front of the solar plexus and the front hand blocking down. Fingertips are at eye height. The front shoulder is relaxed and the waki closed with a fist width under the armpit and the elbow at 90 degrees. The fingertips of the back hand point towards the opponent and the body is in hammi or side-on position.
はい、準備運動をいたします。はい、帯の横持って、はい、指の運動、足の指の運動は1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。はい、右足出して、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。膝上げて、はい、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、反対。はい、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。はい、伸ばして。中足返して、かかとを返して、はい、よく振ってください。はい、反対。はい、左足。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。はい、膝上げて。はい、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、反対。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。はい、伸ばして、中足、かかと返して、はい、よく振って。はい、膝を持って屈伸。はい、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。はい、2、3、4、5、6、7。はい、膝回して、1、2、3、4、5。はい、ロー、反対。1、2、3、4、5。はい、ロー。はい、腰持って大きく押しました。1、2、3、4、5。はいよ、反対や1、2、3、4、5。 3、4、5。はい、アキレス腱を帯のこもって、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。はい、新脚です。はい、1、2、3、2、2、3、3、2、3、4、2、3。はい、今度大きく返して、はい、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。はい、前後開脚。はい、右を向いて、はい、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。反対。はい、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。はい、中央。はい、1、2、3、4、6、7、8、9、10。腰を下ろして。はい、右から。はい、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、2、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。はい、正面に。はい、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。はい、10。胸から腹がつくように。はい、直れ。はい、足を閉じて。はい、前に。はい、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。はい、10。ずっと伸ばして。はい、それまで。はい、右足をぐっと引いて。はい、付け根に持ってきて。はい、はい、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。はい、10。はい。体をひねって反対の胸がつくようなつもりで、胸をつけるようなつもりでね。はい、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。はい、10。はい、両足を引いてください。はい、前に。はい、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。はい、10。はい、足膝を振って、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。はい、膝を持って、はい、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。はい、左足を伸ばして、右足首。はい、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。反対。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。指を返して、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。はい、引きつけて。はい、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。はい、頭の後ろ。足をかけて。はい、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。はい、反対。はい、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。反対。はい、3、4、5、6、7、8。指返して。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。はい、引きつけて。はい、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。頭後ろ。足をかけて。はい、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。はい、逆正座。はい、頭の後ろ手組んで。はい、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。はい、引き手取って。はい、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。はい、中足を返して。かかとを持ってぐるっと反ります。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。はい、そのまま。はい、そのまま正座をして、このまま後ろに帰ります。はい。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。はい、直れ。はい、前手ついて、背伸ばし。はい、8、3。はい、4。反対、8、3、 3、はい、4、はい、上体を起こしてください。はい、前後屈10で結び立ち、頭の下手いくんで、はい、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、はい、10、上伸びて、はい、左右に振って、はい、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、はい、閉塞立ちになって前後小手、はい、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、はい、半歩開いて、はい、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、はい、引き手を引いて、はい、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、はい、クソをつかないで、はい、姿勢出して、はい、肩を回します。はい、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、はーちゃん対、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、はーち。はい、帯のこもって首前後、はい、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、横に、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、ひねって、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10回して、1、2、3、4、5、はい、ロー、反対で、1、はい、3、4、5、はい、ロー、はい、姿勢出して、はい、それでは回し受けです。はい、前から、1、3、はい、4、はい、横に、はい、1、3、はい、4、はい、今度は後ろに、はい、1、3、はい、4、はい、今度下、はい、1、3、はい、4、はい、直れ、はい、クソ使って、はい、正対して、左対、右三鎮立ち、よー、へい、はい、右手首を持って指を入れて、はい、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、反対、はい、3、4、5、6、7、8、はい、正拳をグッと握って、はい、力入れて、はい、振って、はい、反対です。はい、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、反対、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、はい、握って、グッと握って、はい、振って、はい、直れ、左三鎮立ち、よー、へい、はい、下から合掌、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、はい、指を合わせて、はい、力をグッと入れてください。はい、振って、はい、手の甲を下から合わせて、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、反対に返して、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、はい、振って、はい、直れ、はい、右三鎮立ち、よー、待てー、イエー
I'd like to now continue with an explanation of the Kihon basics. Before going into the explanation, though, I would like to remind you of a number of points vital for general training. Firstly, let us look at the importance of good posture and good balance. This is important for all training. Basically, there should be about 70% of your weight on the front half of the feet, the balls of the feet to the toes. The weight is kept low, squarely centered on an imaginary line extending down from your center. Don't lift and tense the shoulders. Again, 70% of the weight is on the balls of the feet, and the weight is centered low. The human body is balanced front and back, left and right, upper and lower. Now, if you can imagine the body being cut along the balanced line front and back, then again, along the side balanced line, the edge where these two planes meet can be considered your center line. If this line is extended down to the floor, this is the point where the body weight is centered. Now, if you also imagine cutting the body in half, top and bottom, the point where the three planes, front and back, left and right, top and bottom meet, is the center of balance, the center of gravity of the body. This is from where the power of the body is generated. Please try to remember this and visualize it in your training. Stand straight with good posture and balance. The next point I would like to emphasize is the importance of correct movement. Our training is very repetitious for a good reason. The human body is very honest. Whatever it repeats often enough, it accepts. Your body will learn exactly as you move. If you don't move correctly, you will definitely develop bad habits. Bad movement creates bad habits. So whenever you train, it is vital you train correctly. The most fundamental point to remember with all movement is that all movement should be one. Any technique should be done as a single movement. Then, it is important in Kihon Geiko, basic training, to think about the extent, the range of motion of the joint. Without going overboard and introducing unnecessary motion, try to use the full range of movement in the relative joints in all techniques. Then, when you train, whether hitting, blocking or kicking, know exactly what part of your body you are using, what part of your opponent's body you are attacking, and the correct way you should be executing the technique. In other words, know what you are hitting with, where you are hitting to and how you are hitting. This awareness should be uppermost in all your training. All your strength, energy, speed, your balance and posture, your perfect form should all be coordinated with breath and perfect timing at the instant of impact in that single motion. Be aware of this idea every time you train. I'll work first of all through the techniques of the upper body. I'd like to start with an explanation of Seiken Chudan-ski. From a correct Sanshin-dachi, the fists are gripped strongly and placed together in front of the solar plexus. Then one hand is withdrawn to under the waki or armpit. The elbow is pulled in towards the spine and the waki is closed. From this position, as the front hand retracts, you simultaneously strike the opponent in the solar plexus. That is the simplest explanation of Seiken Chudan-ski. But as I mentioned earlier, be fully aware of what you are hitting with, where you are hitting to and exactly how you are hitting. With your seiken, you strike straight out sharply at your opponent's solar plexus. In training, always imagine an opponent the same size as yourself in front of you. At the point of impact, be sure the shoulder is down, relaxed, the waki is closed, and the fist is tight and strong. It is important to remember to strike out from the fist, but retract the arm from the elbow. Don't make the mistake of punching out from the elbow and retracting from the hand. Strike from the fist, retract from the elbow. And as I mentioned earlier, the technique is a single movement. In that single thrust, the breath, speed, correct technique, and balanced posture are all coordinated as one. Next is Seiken Jodansuki, the upper punch. In essence, it is exactly like the Chudansuki, but to the face. The target may be between the eyes, the base of the nose, basically the center of the face. As well, Gedansuki, the downward strike, is also the same. The target area depending on the position of the opponent. If they are standing, the target can be the lower abdomen or the groin. Strike downwards at an angle. If you have controlled the opponent and they are lying on the floor, the target area can be one of many, depending on the situation. So with Gedansuki, there are numerous variations according to the opponent's situation and position.
上段突きは同じ要領で中段と同じ要領で上段に、そして下段は同じ要領で下段に持っていきます。1、2、はい、キャルテー、1、はい、3、はい、5、
Next is Uraken Gamme Uchi, back fist to the face. The striking area is the back of the seiken, and the target is the bridge of the nose. The hands are placed in front of your chin. They are relaxed, the shoulders are down, and the waki closed. Don't tense the body and strain. This is important for all movement. Relax, drop the shoulders and close the waki. When you stand straight, you close slightly the buttocks and lower abdomen and relax the shoulders. Again, don't lead out from the elbow. Strike from the hand. The weight of the whole body is behind the uraken, and at the point of impact, the wrist is snapped. Again, this is applicable to all technique, but be sure the body's whole weight is in every technique.
Uraken no gamme uchi desu. 1、はい、はい、キャルテー、はい、はい、3、はい、5、
Next is Uraken Sayuchi. The hands are at the height of the hikite, the retracting hand, together in front of the chest in the ready position. Again, relax the shoulders. Don't let the hands rise too high in front of the chest. As always, drop the shoulders and close the waki. This time with the elbow at the center of the turning circle. Attack the opponent at the side, aiming for the temple or the bridge of the nose. One very important point, don't let the hands roll over like this. Of course, uraken is sometimes done like this, but the sayuchi comes from above. The hand travels in front of your face, with the elbow at the center, and snaps down sharply from above. The hand then returns along the same line. The shoulder stays down and relaxed, and again, the weight of the whole body is behind the strike.
体全体で動作をします。裏剣左右打ちです。1、2、はい、気合入れて、はい、
Next is uraken hizouchi. The hands in the basic preparatory position are about one fist off the navel and on top of each other. Again, keep the elbows down, the shoulders relaxed, and the waki closed. The hands then come up naturally into position. From there, strike the opponent's floating ribs with the entire body weight. The center line of the body is the axis, and the forearm swings out and guides the back fist. The movement is somewhat similar to a swinging drum, with the balls attached by strings. This is the image you should carry in mind when doing uraken hizouchi. Once again, know what you are hitting with, where you are hitting to, and exactly how you are hitting. Hit with your back fist into the floating ribs, or where there is no bone protecting. The fist then returns underneath. Next is uraken mawashiuchi. The striking hand is as if hidden behind the body, and the hikite, the retracting hand, comes across to the opposite side waki area. The feeling is as if the hikite is pulling the striking hand around. Also, as I explained earlier, the whole technique is performed as a single movement. It is important you keep this in mind. Know what you are hitting with, where you are hitting, and how you are hitting. Uraken, either the back of the knuckles or the back of the whole hand, depending on the circumstances, is striking the side of the head, or if you move off to the side when the opponent attacks, the front of the face, the neck, even the armpit. There are a number of possibilities. But for the purposes of Kihon, you are striking the temple of the opponent in front of you. The fist hits and follows through in a full circular motion, back to yourself. Take care to keep relaxed in the shoulder and not let the arm come up at an angle. These errors are common, so be careful to shoot directly at the target area, a direct line, and follow through.
Next is Seiken Aguuchi. From a correctly balanced and centered Sanchin Dachi, the shoulders are relaxed. The hands come up naturally to the height of the chin. Take care not to open the chest too much or close the chest off and rob the technique of power. Don't tense and raise the shoulder. Drop the shoulder and close the waki. Keep the arms relaxed. Strike in a natural flow. The target is the tip of the jaw. A small difference will mean you will hit the base of the nose or a different target altogether, so be very accurate and aim directly at the tip of the chin. Don't open the waki. Keep the shoulder and arm relaxed until the instant of impact. Keep the elbow down to protect the body and the hand up to guard the face against attack. The weight of the whole body is in the hand on impact, and the strength of the whole body retracts the hand back after the strike. Punch straight out and retract straight back in a natural flowing motion. Shoot straight out, come straight back. Next is shita-ski. In general, shita-ski in basics is practiced from kibadachi. From shizentai, cut the fists across the body into ready position. One foot then goes out 2 shoulder widths. 2 shoulder widths as the hands cross in a double block. This technique is a close range fighting technique. It is not really suitable for striking long range. You are striking an opponent very close in, so the back of the fists rise up in front of the solar plexus. From there, one hand withdraws. Strike upwards from just below the solar plexus and penetrate up into the body. Again, the distance is close range, so don't extend the arm too far out. The elbow remains about a fist width off the body. Close the waki and punch straight. Don't punch at an angle. Punch straight forward. Next is hijiuchi. As I explained earlier on, to form a good elbow you must bend the arm strongly. Don't make a large unnecessary movement like this, so that even you are unsure which technique you are using. At the same time as the arm withdraws, the fist comes in close and the tip of the elbow strikes across the jaw. The way you use the shoulder is very important. Don't tighten up the shoulder and execute a small movement. This robs the technique of power. Relax and drop the shoulder and close the waki. Push the shoulder forward
and try to extend the elbow out as far as possible.
引く手と同時に
Strike simultaneously as you withdraw the 引き手.
手と同時に持ってきます。イメージとして
You
は
might try and
回転するもの
have an image of a ball turning in this way as the body twists.
回転するような、ね、ちょっとこれを離さずにガッとこう回転
Aim the elbow point at the target and cut it sharply across in a circle
肩を落として
in this way.
肘の先端をちっと
Drop the shoulder, close the waki and direct the point of the elbow at the target.
肘打ちです。はい、よし。はい。はい、気合い入れて。はい。はい。はい。はい。はい。
This is the basic elbow strike as practiced in Kihon.
直接相手の顎にこう持っていきますけど。
The elbow strike is perfect for attacking forward to the side of the jaw or even under the armpit.
他にも
But there are many other methods of using the elbow.
または上から
Striking down,
落とすような場合、または
even striking to the side,
肘を張っていくような場合、後ろの敵に
or striking to the
い
back.
ろいろあります。ですからそういった一つ一つの状況を考えながら、
You'll also see many elbow variations and combinations in the kata.
日常の稽古の時でも
Always keep these possibilities in mind and try to apply them in your daily
そういう
training.
ことを忘れないように、しっかりと、念頭に置いて稽古をしてください。はい、それでは
I'd like to now continue with the blocking techniques.
の解説をいたしますが、基本的に受けというのは
Basically, the blocks refer to the many ways to defend against an opponent's
相手の
attacks.
攻撃はどこを狙ってくるかということ
So you have to be aware of exactly where those attacks are going. The various vital points of the body can be found on different planes. Firstly, on the center line, from the top of the head to the groin, these are known as the first degree or primary vital points. All the main vital points are on this line. The secondary vital points can be found on the lateral balance line. From the top of the head, the temple, the origin of the jawbone, the side of the neck, down the side of the body, the insertion points of the different muscles as well. All the points on this lateral balance line are known as the secondary vital points. The third degree or tertiary vital points are along the spine, the back side of the center line. The fourth degree vital points are the parts of the body that are protected by the anatomy. The points protected when you go into a fetal position. The inside edges of the body and limbs, the inside of the legs, the armpit area, the throat and so on. These are the fourth degree vital points. All of these vital points are the targets of the attacks. So it is these areas which are protected with the various blocks. As well, whilst there are basic blocks we use in Kihon, there are many different variations used in Kumite. When you practice the blocks in Kihon, you should treat the techniques as attacks against the opponent's attacks. Don't just block, but also attack. Attack their punching arm and hit their kicking leg. This is the correct spirit in which to approach your blocks. Let's begin with the upper block, Jodan Uke. From Shizentai, take up a correct and strong Sanchin Dachi. The arm goes into the Jodan Uke position. The blocking hand is about 2 fists off the forehead. The attack is redirected by having the arm rise up at about 45 degrees. It is this part of the forearm that the block is made as the arm rises up sharply. As far as the actual movement goes, you should always be aware of covering and defending the center line where the primary vital points are found.
手として持ってきます。この時に受ける手は脇から、拳の引き
The
手から
blocking arm starts at the
脇を開け
waki,
ずに脇を締めた状態で
covers across the center line to the opposite side of the body, and rises up at 45 degrees.
引き手は
The hikite, retracting hand,
中線上をカバーしながら外側に
covers the center line
から弾き上げます。
before it
この時に
retracts.
ここで動作が一旦止まらないように
It is also important that you don't pause or jerk during the technique. The whole movement is one single smooth flow.
一つの
Be very aware of this.
この点を間違えないようにしてください。上段受けです。1、2、はい、キャラテ外受けです。
Next is Chudan Sotouke. The hand of the blocking arm comes from behind the head. Pull the elbow right back in a large motion. If the elbow movement is cramped and the angle small, the whole movement becomes limited. So pull the elbow right back. The blocking hand comes from behind the head and the hikite comes from beneath the waki, as if the arm is acting as a cover. It is as if you are pulling the blocking arm around with the opposite hand, and you block with the spirit of repelling the attack with the whole body. In the finish position, there is approximately 1 fist width under the waki, and the elbow is 90 degrees. Generally, you block with the forearm just below the wrist, but sometimes you may use the forearm near the elbow, where it is bulkier, or even the elbow itself. Sometimes you may even block as if to enwrap the opponent's attack, not so much to block, but to absorb the blow in and counter the attack. There are many variations. In Kihon, however, there is only one right way, defending against the technique coming straight in. Don't just block passively, but hit the attacking arm or leg with the intent of breaking it, bringing the whole body into play. In the finished position, the hite should be back far enough so that the hand is not visible from the front, so the body turns into a hummy 45-degree half-body position. The blocking hand must be taken right across to the other side of the body. Twist the body on the block and redirect the attack away from your body.
そういうつもりで受けてください。外受けです。はい、よし。はい。はい、キャラテー。はい、はい、3、4、5、
Next we have Chudan Uchiuke. In this technique, the blocking arm comes from under the opposite waki, passes along the outside of the arm, and shoots across from the inside. Again, turn into hummi, angle the body, and block across the center line. The block continues to the outside of the body and redirects the attack away from your own body. The movement should be kept simple and natural. As the body turns and the arm unwraps, keep the movement smooth. The setup position can be seen as either protecting the center line or the chin. Once again, the blocking arm comes from under the opposite waki and passes along the outside of the hikite. Keep the movements large as possible and relaxed.
中段の内受けです。よし。はい。はい、キャラテー。はい。はい。3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。
Next is gedanbarai, the lower parry. This is perfect for defending against kicks rising up or when the opponent's strike is low. This is also very good for redirecting chudan attacks downwards. There are numerous variations of this block. The hikite begins in front of the groin as if to protect the groin, and the blocking hand is up as though grabbing the opposite ear. Again, take care not to open the waki. Keep the shoulder relaxed and down, and the elbow down as well. The waki is also a vital point, so must be protected. As the arm descends, it crosses past the opposite arm at the forearm. You may also imagine the arm coming down on a wrist hold to escape the grip. As they block, kick or grab, you sweep the attack away with a powerful motion. Again, keep the motion large. Don't let the motion become small and cramped. As always, stretch out and use the full range of your joints in this technique. The last block is uchiuke gedanbarai. The lower parry and middle block are done as normal, except that when done simultaneously, the elbows must meet at the center line. As far as possible, you can cross the arms as deeply as you can. The lower hand passes on the outside and twists into uchiuke. The upper arm crosses on the inside and parries downward in gedanbarai. The arms start and finish simultaneously, smoothly and without jerking, straight into the exact finish position. Do not allow the arms to finish too wide outside the body. Of course, it is possible that an attack may come to the lower and middle levels at the same time, but the application of this technique may also vary so that one arm is an attack. The upper arm becomes uraken, or perhaps the lower arm becomes tetsui. There are numerous variations. Also, the opponent may not be in front. The block may be used in kumite, done from the side, or it may be used against being grabbed. There are many applications possible. I'd like to now continue with the shito techniques. From shizentai, take a strong sanchin dachi.
Form a correct shuto as already explained. Once again, pull the thumb right back. Don't let the thumb come in. Hold the fingertips lightly together. As always, be fully aware exactly of which part of the hand you will be striking with. First, gammeuchi. The technique is similar in some ways to the chudan sotouke. The elbow is pulled back strongly and the waki is covered by the hikite. The hikite pulls the arm around. The target is the temple of an imaginary opponent your own size. Let the hand cut across horizontally like a knife. If you are not fully aware of what part of this shuto you should be hitting with, it's possible that you could hit with the fingertips, or the wrist may not be right, or the whole angle could change. As far as possible, be sure the strike travels horizontally at eye height, and the hite retracts and pulls across strongly. As always, know what you are hitting with, where you are hitting to, and how you are hitting. Striking the opponent's temple with the shito in a horizontal circular motion, cut through the target, and finish in line with the opposite side of the head, so the inside of the hand is in line with the eye. Next is the shito sakotsuchi, the strike to the collarbone. The starting point is the same as the gammeuchi. This time though, instead of cutting horizontally, you bring the hand down vertically, like a sword cut. Keep the line vertical. The target is the clavicle or collarbone, the protruding bone from the neck to the shoulder. Strike straight down from on top. As always, the elbow movement is very important. Keep the elbow movement large. If the elbow motion is cramped, it is difficult to bring the entire body into play. So take the elbow in a large motion from the back, over the head, and straight to the front. Keep the shoulder relaxed and the waki closed. Next we have shito sakotsu chikomi. The technique of striking here is so similar to the middle or upper punch, it in fact could be regarded as the same, with the seiken changed to shito. The target is again the collarbone. As the opponent moves in or attacks, you simultaneously strike the collarbone. There are many possible applications. From the retracted position, the fingertips shoot towards the opponent. Just before impact, the shito snaps out, in the same way that you might use a knife to slice. Take care not to open the waki and keep the shoulder relaxed. As I explained with Seiken Chudan Ski, don't lead out from the elbow. Keep the shoulder relaxed and the waki closed. Strike straight out from the hand, retract from the elbow. Maintain a strong shito and strike out straight with good technique.
Let's now look at shito uchi-uchi, inside strike. In this technique, the setup is as if the striking hand is taking hold of the opposite side ear, similar to the Geiran Barai starting position. The strike goes from the inside out. In Kihon, you strike the temple of an imaginary opponent. As the hand retracts, the forward hikite remains where it is, where it may be regarded as a cover against an attack or even a setup to torque the power of the spine. From this position, the strike shoots out simultaneously with the retraction of the hikite. Again, be careful not to elevate the shoulder and open the waki. Some people lift the shoulder in this fashion. Take care to avoid this. Relax the shoulder and close the waki. Strike out with a feeling of dropping the elbow down. As in all shito strikes, the wrist is straight and the back of the hand is not bent upwards. Keep the wrist and hand strong and concentrate the energy in the shito. There are various ways to use the technique, as a block, perhaps hooking the wrist or hooking the opponent's neck. But for the sake of Kihon, regarded as a shito uchi-uchi, inside strike, straight to the neck of the opponent. Keep the wrist strong. Shito Hizoichi. The starting point of this technique is the same as shito gamuuchi, strike to the temple. In fact, the technique is so like the gamuuchi, it may be regarded as the same, except it descends downwards into the floating ribs of the opponent. From behind the head, carve a large circle, descend down into the floating ribs. Be sure the wrist is bent strongly to expose the strongest part of the shito knife hand, and pull the elbow in slightly. The shoulder is relaxed, the waki is closed and the elbow is pulled in. Try to feel the power of the whole body behind the technique. If the elbow is raised from tension in the shoulder, you cannot get power or body weight in the technique. So as always, relax and drop the shoulder. Close the waki, keep the elbow down. Aim at the floating ribs, but cut through the target to the opposite hip or leg. As the shito strikes, retract the hikite strongly. Shito Hizouchi desu. I'd like to now look at sokugi or kicking techniques, beginning with the maikiage. From the shizentai position, we go into zenkutsudachi. Drop the weight. On the command kamaete, we cut the hands across the body and take the correct zenkutsudachi stance. In that position, we grip the belt strongly so the hands don't come away. In kicking training, we sometimes hold the belt and sometimes have the hands up. If you train with the hands out of the belt all of the time, you may tend to depend on the hands for finding your balance and power, and you could develop bad habits. To prevent this, we relax the shoulders and hold the belt. As you advance in the ranks, or sometimes in kumite, you might find yourself kicking following a punch or immediately following a block. To this end, we train with the hands holding the belt to develop a good habit of using the weight of the body and feeling the correct balance properly without depending on the hands all the time. To this end, we hold the belt and keep the shoulders relaxed. Hold the side of the belt strongly. In Maikyage, the kicking legs, knee and heel are stretched out, and the foot is pushed strongly into Chusoku position. The legs swing straight up the center line. Kick straight up and return the leg straight back. Don't open the leg wide. As far as possible, kick straight up the center line and withdraw the leg along the same line. Don't let the leg come inside or go outside. Also, don't simply elevate the leg like a stretching exercise without any awareness of an opponent. It is a kick, so always, as usual, know what you are hitting with, where you are hitting to, and how you are hitting. You kick with the ball of the foot straight up under the opponent's chin. Always be aware of this. Next is the Uchimawashi-geri. In the dojo, sometimes it is simply known as Uchimawashi. Again, hold the sides of the belt. The decision to hold the sides or the front of the belt depends simply on the line of the leg in the kick. When kicking forward, the hands hold the side of the belt so as not to interfere with the kick. Similarly, the hands hold the front of the belt in the side kicks. With the Uchimawashi, the kick goes up at the front, so we hold the sides of the belt. Except for the Maikyage, kicks in basics are best practiced from Heikodachi. It is sometimes hard for beginners to maintain balance in this position, but if the stance is too wide, then the technique can change somewhat and you will develop bad habits. So as far as possible, practice from Heikodachi and don't open the stance too wide. Now, Uchimawashi-geri. The leg comes up as if to wrap or enfold the body. The leg comes from the inside and draws a large circle. Try to draw as large a circle as possible. The same with the opposite leg. Try to follow exactly the same line. Lift the leg and wrap the body. Try to enwrap your own body. Try to kick in as large a circle as possible in front of the body. It may be used as a block or an attack with the edge of the foot or the heel. There are numerous variations, so be aware of this as you kick. The next technique is Soto Mawashi-geri. This is the opposite to the previous technique, Uchimawashi-geri. This kick comes from the outside in, again drawing a large circle, striking with the heisoku, the middle of the sole of the foot. You may use the technique to block a kick or a punch or slap across the face, in the same way that you might use an open hand. Stand straight in Heikodachi, hands in the side of the belt. From there, kick across, slapping the opponent's face with the sole of the foot. Take care that both the left and right feet kick along the same circle.
蹴っていってください。外回し蹴りです。はい、よし。はい。はい、気合い入れて。よし。はい。はい。3、4、5、よし。よし。
Continuing now with Hizageri, knee kick. Again, hold the side of the belt strongly. From here, kick straight up the center line. Flex the knee strongly and pull the leg in tightly. And hit here with the top of the knee. Point the toes towards the floor. As with all kicks, don't make a noise when you replace the foot on the floor. Replace it with control, quietly. The knee kick also has a number of variations, straight, from the side or from underneath. But in Kihon training, keep it simple and kick straight up the center line. Lift the knee high and make the movement as large as possible. Relax the shoulders, hold the belt and kick straight up the center line. Keep the hips relaxed. Don't pull them back like this. Be sure to thrust the hips forward and kick high. Next is kintekigeri, or groin kick. This time we are using the instep, the top of the foot. From heikodachi, hold the sides of the belt strongly. Use the thrust of the hips and the flex of the knee as you kick. The groin is the target, but the kick should follow through to the height of the belt knot. Don't kick too high though. Kick straight, sharply to the height of the belt, and retract the kicking leg quickly. Keep the technique straight with snap. The kick is going up between two legs, so if the kick comes in at an angle, it can miss the target altogether and hit the thigh. To avoid this, be sure that the kick comes straight. As I mentioned earlier, don't dip the head in the kick. If you allow the supporting leg to bend too much and the head to go up and down, the power is dissipated. Not like this. Be aware of kicking with the instep sharply into the opponent's groin with the whole weight behind it, like this. Kick sharply with snap. Next is Mayegeri. In Mayegeri, we use the chusoku, the ball of the foot. From heikodachi, be careful not to point the toes of the supporting foot outwards too much. Keep the feet straight and hold the sides of the belt. Lift the knee high, straight up to the front, along the center line. As the knee comes up, kick the chusoku out with the weight of the whole foot generated through the hips and abdomen. Snap it straight out with the whole body behind the technique. Ensure the kick is pulled back smartly, not dropped to the floor.
蹴ったら必ず
Kick and retract the foot fully.
戻していってください。蹴ったら必ず引いて足を戻していってください。上半身の基本の時に説明した
As I explained earlier on, the correct movement of the elbows affects the quality and power of the techniques of the upper body.
につながっていくと。また体を使うことを覚えることにつながっていくと。同様に
In the same way, with kicks, it is the knee that affects the quality of the technique. If the knee is not elevated properly, the foot cannot kick up correctly either. In Kihon, for the sake of the training benefit, always try to kick higher. With mayageri, try to kick to the head, maintain good form throughout the technique. Kick high with good technique.
前蹴りです。はい、1、2、はい、やるで。
Next we have Yoko Kiage. Until this point we have only addressed kicks to the front. We will now look at kicks to an opponent at our side. To this end, hold the belt tightly at the front. From hekodachi, we will kick up in a similar way to mai kiage, except to the side. Whereas with mai kiage use chusoku, in yoko kiage we use sokuto, the foot edge. Elevate the leg sharply, kicking up from underneath. Extend the knee and push the edge of the heel out. Kick directly to the side. As you kick, don't let the toes rise up. The heel should protrude up and strike the target. Be very careful of this point. Also, don't let the leg drift to the front. As far as possible, kick straight to the side.
真横に上げるような意識を持って稽古してください。横蹴上げです。はい、よし。はい、蹴上げて。よし。はい、3、4、5、
We'll continue now with yokogeri. Again, hold the belt strongly at the front. Lift the leg straight up into tsuruashidachi, with the foot next to the knee of the supporting leg. From this position, kick straight to the side, either chudan, jodan or geidan of course, but in kihon, always aim to stretch up and kick jodan. Extend the hip into the kick and rotate the supporting leg. Snap the leg out sharply. After the kick, just like the front kick, retract the kicking leg and hips. Some students let the leg fall, but be sure to retract the kick. Don't leave the hips into the technique. Extend the hips fully into the technique, otherwise it just becomes a flick. It is a kick. To kick with power, make a good sokuto, extend the hips into the technique, and kick sharply with the heel.
Now
we'll look at kansetsugeri. This kick can attack the knee or even the groin. In general training though,
蹴り方の要領は
aim the kick at the knee joint. The technique is exactly the same as Yokogeri,
つる足立ちになって
only the height is different.
箇所を蹴るからといっていい加減にこう足を上げてから始まらないように
Withdraw the foot into tsuruashidachi, fully elevating the knee, even though the kick is aimed low.
腰を返して
Kick sharply down, dropping the hips into the technique.
そして蹴った足は
Retract the foot fully before replacing it on the
か
ground.
ら平行立ちに戻るよ
Kick down, pull back, kick down,
うに膝を引き上げて
and pull back before replacing the foot.
蹴り下ろして返す蹴り下ろして返す
Be aware of this important point.
関節蹴りですはいよしはいはい蹴るてはいはい3 4 5 はい、それでは後ろ蹴りです。後ろ蹴り
Next is ushirogeri.
部位は
In this kick, you are striking with the heel,
返してつま先を
so pull the toes back tightly towards the knee
かかとを
and push the heel out strongly.
構えて
Stand straight and hold the belt at the front once again.
この位置から相手をしっかりと見て
Look first, making sure of the target.
それと同時に
At the same time, lift the knee in a compact, tight manner.
まとめます。まとめたところから
Then extend fully the
そ
leg
して一つ一つの蹴りが終わったら正面を見て元の位置に戻る。
and be sure you return facing the front and stand straight between each of the kicks.
同時に蹴り込む。確認すると同時に蹴り込んでいきます。
Look first and then kick. Make sure of the target and then
つけて
kick.
戻してやる。
Elevate the knee fully before extending the leg. Not in a lazy way like this.
しっかりと
Concentrate on perfect technique.
動作
Kick out with the heel.
かかとを
Retract the leg sharply and replace it on the floor with control.
してください。後ろ蹴りです。はい。よし。はい。やって。よし。はい。3、4、5、6、7、8、はい、回し蹴りです。
Mawashigeri.
は膝を高く横から
In the roundhouse kick,
中央にこう持ってくる
the knee is elevated high to the side before turning
前を
in,
持って
so hold the belt at the front
関節の
again
動きに邪魔にならないよう
to
に
keep the hands out of the way.
この位置から平行立ちに立って正面を向いてきちん
Look to the front in heikodachi with good posture.
膝を引き上げて
Lift the knee high to the side,
ここから
and from there, twist to the center.
腰を返すためには軸足が
Turn the hips into the kick.
回転しなければ
To do this, you must maintain good balance and rotate the supporting leg on the ball of the foot.
相手の
Extend the knee in as you rotate and kick to the center.
段階から膝から下を伸ばして蹴ってやります。使う箇所は中足
You can use the ball of the foot, the instep, or the shin. But for beginners, it is best to concentrate on pulling the toes back and using the chusoku, the ball of the foot.
足を指先を意識して中足で稽古を行う方がいいと思います。一つ一つの動作を大切に
Treat each kick separately and return to the correct position every
蹴
time.
った足は同じように
In training, always withdraw the leg on the same line as you kicked.
引いてやって稽古をしてください。回し蹴りです。はい、1、2、はい、キャルテン、よし、はい、3、4、5、6、左足前、前屈立ち、下段払い逆突き、構えて、その位置から円形逆突き、やるて、よし、はい、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。鍵突き。 鉄椎、さあ、股間上げ受けから抜き手、さあ、さあ、股間打ち、さあ、背頭打ち、さあ、さあ、もろ手突き、さあ、さあ、手刀もろ手受け、さあ、背頭受けです。さあ、さあ、にゃっ、さあ、さあ、にゃっ、十字受けです。さあ、さあ、さあ、さあ、すね受け、そう、さあ、よし、そう、さあ、よし、後ろ回し蹴り、さあ、掛け蹴り、そう、よいしょ、かかと落とし蹴り、さあ、よし、よいしょ、
I'd like to now explain the formal breathing techniques. Firstly, normal deep breathing. Basically, inhale as deeply as you can and exhale in the same way. The breath in is important, but so is the breath out. Expel all the air and breathe out fully. The accompanying movement is like this. The palms are up and the arms retract fully as far as possible to open the chest and lungs. On the breath out, the palms turn and push down as though lightly pressing a length of wood down in water. Fill the lungs and concentrate the energy in the lower gut, then breathe out fully. The timing is a 5-5 rhythm. Breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the technique of deep breathing. I'll now explain nogare breathing techniques, both omote and ura. As with normal deep breathing, the object is to breathe in and out as deeply as possible. Only the rhythm and movement change. First, omote. You move the arms as though hooking the opponent and pulling them in towards yourself. As the arms withdraw, you breathe in deeply through the nose. On the breath out, turn the palms down and concentrate on relaxing and dropping the arms lightly. The rhythm is 7 to 3. Breathe in,
and out. Breathe in slowly and out quickly. This is omote. Next is ura. Breathing is the opposite. The hands draw in with the palms up, and the breath in is rapid. The breath is concentrated at the one point in the lower abdomen, and the body is in a state of tension. The hands then go out as if to strike the opponent with nukite. As the strike finishes, the body relaxes, the hands open and fall away as the breath is completed. The rhythm of this technique: 3 in, concentrate the breath down, relax the body and breathe out to 7. Breathe in sharply, concentrate the mind and tense the body, then breathe out slowly and release the tension. With both omote and ura, breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. I'll now explain the ibuki breathing technique. In ibuki, the breath is drawn in sharply through the nose. Then, with the energy concentrated at the one point in the lower abdomen, and as the body is fully tensed, you breathe out forcefully. As you breathe out, expand the throat. The sound does not so much come from the throat as from the air being forced out from the abdomen, the seika tanden point. The whole body is tensed. The toes grip the ground, the buttocks are squeezed tightly, the hips tensed and the energy concentrated at the tanden. The shoulders drop down and the waki closed. The breath is forced out sharply. From this position, force the breath out sharply. Try to feel the difference between the extremes of expansion and relaxation, tension and concentration in the body. The whole body contracts strongly around the center. Feel this contraction as you breathe the ibuki breath. Let us now look at idogeko, or moving basics. As you are aware, idogeko is the practice of all the basic techniques we have looked at so far with movement across the floor. To this end, we must study the various patterns of footwork. I would like to now look at a number of basic drills and patterns and explain them in depth. Firstly, moving in Zenkutsudachi. It is important to remember that moving forward and back in Zenkutsudachi is in a straight line. You step straight through. There should be no unnecessary motion, especially any up and down movement as you step across the floor. The hips remain on the same plane at all times. Next, remember not to open the knee as you move. Keep the knee pointing straight ahead and the strength of the stance inwards. Also, do not turn the foot and point the toes outwards before moving. The front foot does not move at all until the back foot comes forward. It then turns naturally. The same applies when moving backwards. The front foot withdraws straight back and the back foot turns naturally.
Let's now look at turning in Zenkutsudachi. Firstly, we can check the stance itself. It's one shoulder width wide across. From Heikodachi, the leg drives straight back approximately 2 shoulder widths. The front foot faces directly ahead and the back foot has its toes at about 45 degrees. The back leg is locked straight and the front leg is bent deeply. From this position, let us look at turning 180 degrees. It is important to maintain awareness, correct distribution of weight and balance when moving. Firstly, the back leg moves across. The stance is 1 shoulder width wide, so we must move 2 shoulder widths when turning. The foot is placed deliberately with the chusoku on the floor. At the same time, look behind and sight the opponent. Your awareness also goes to behind. From this position, the weight transfers to the opposite leg and the stance is established as the body turns completely. A block is usually completed on the turn. The foot position is established, the opponent behind is confirmed visually, the body turns, and the weight and balance are established in the stance. Next is moving in Zenkutsudachi in kaiten, or ura. From the correct stance, we're going to turn 360 degrees. Firstly, concentrate the weight on the ball of the front foot. With the front foot at the center of the circle, the back leg comes through as close as possible to your front leg and your center of balance. The turning foot then establishes the correct position on the ball of the foot and the heel is placed on the floor. The weight goes to the ball of the front foot. The weight goes to the front foot. The back leg comes through as close as possible and the weight settles into the next stance as you spin. From this position, spin with balance and control. It is also the same in reverse. The weight centers on the ball of the back foot as the body spins in the opposite direction. The weight goes to the front of the back foot as you turn in the opposite direction. The body spins with balance and control. This is the method of turning in kaiten in Zenkutsudachi.
け上段逆突き、中段外受け中段逆突き、中段内受け中段逆突き、待って下段払い下段逆突き、はいはいさっはいよしはいさっ
Let us now look at moving in kokutsudachi. Basically, there is no real difference with the movement in zenkutsudachi. From a good kokutsudachi, the leg comes straight through. Be sure the leg comes straight through. It is a demanding stance, especially for beginners, but try to stay deep in the stance and avoid any up and down motion. The front foot remains where it is. Keep the body relaxed and pull the knee in and move in a straight line. Maintain a correct stance with 70% of the weight on the back leg and 30% of the weight on the front leg. The body is deep and balanced on the center line. Now I'll describe turning in kokutsudachi. Stand in a strong right foot forward kokutsudachi. The weight is properly distributed, 70% on the back leg, 30% on the front leg. The front heel is off the ground. To turn, firstly, we must transfer the weight from the left back leg to the right front leg. At the same time, turn your head and confirm the position of the opponent behind you. The front heel then turns and establishes its correct position. As you look behind, the toes are at 45 degrees. From this position, the heel then goes down and the turn is completed. The stance settles and the left chusoku takes its proper position. Once again, it's the same on the opposite side. The front foot turns as the weight goes forward. Turn, confirm the position of the opponent, settle the weight, and again the front foot takes its proper position. Let us now look at moving in sanchin dachi. First of all, assume a good sanchin stance. Like other stances, avoid any up and down movement when you step. Drop the hips and bite in with the toes. As the foot comes through, you draw a half circle on the floor with the tips of the toes. The feet come together, you draw a half circle and establish the correct position of the foot. The same movement applies on the other side. I'll now explain turning in sanchin dachi. First of all, assume a strong sanchin stance with your right foot forward. Let's check the stance. The weight is evenly distributed on the toes and balls of both feet, and the hips are dropped down. The toes of the back foot are in line with the toes of the front foot. To turn, the front foot, in this case the right foot, moves directly across to the side. Be sure it moves directly to the side. The back foot simply adjusts naturally into a deep kakeashi dachi. The weight is on the ball of the foot, and the hips turn to face the opposite direction as the stance settles. Again, the front foot moves directly across, and the hips turn to assume the stance.
三鎮立ちの方向転換の仕方です。左三鎮立ち。よー。てい。三鎮立ち宇宙系逆突き。はい。はい。三。四。五。はい。てい。よし。はい。三。四。五。はい。てい。はい、それでは騎馬立ちの
We'll now look at moving in kibadachi.
正面に対して45度に
Firstly, assume a 45 degrees kibadachi
この位
position.
置から他の移動と同様に
Like all Ido footwork,
上下の
there is no up and down
騎
motion.
馬立ちを決めた位置から
The hips remain level with the floor as the foot comes through straight.
外に開いた膝を
As you move
内側
forward,
にしっかりと
do not open the knee
方
outwards.
向に
Rather, pull the knee inwards as the foot steps through.
移動していきます。交代の時も
It is the same when going backwards. Keep the weight down and the knee in. Don't swing it outwards.
この円を描くような形での前進交代は絶対に避けてください。必ず
There is no circular motion when moving backwards and forwards straight.
特に騎馬立ち
Especially in kibadachi, keep the weight down
しっかりと
and bring the knee in slightly as the foot steps through.
内側に向けて移動をしていきます。騎馬立ちの前後移動です。はい、それでは今度
We'll now
は
look at turning in kibadachi and shikodachi.
の仕方を説明いたします。
To start with,
しっかりと
assume a 45 degree kibadachi or shikodachi
この位
stance.
置からこの場合の方向転換の仕方は
From this position, the movement is basically the same as that of Zenkutsudachi, except that where Zenkutsudachi is 70-30 weight distribution, Kibadachi and Shikodachi has the weight evenly distributed 50-50. Also, the width of the stance, looking from in front, is slightly wider because you're standing at 45 degrees. If you keep aware of these differences, the rest is the same. The movement of the legs and the establishment of the foot position as you turn. The foot moves across smoothly, and you look as you turn. The weight remains on the balls of the feet. Keep the hips low as you turn.
しっかりと帰ってきます。これが騎馬立ち、しこ立ちの場合の方向転換の仕方です。45度騎馬立ち、肘打ち、えいえい3えいてよしえい3えいて1で前屈立ち、上段受け、上段逆打ち。2で前屈立ち、外受け、中段外受け、中段逆打ち。3で後屈立ち、中段内受け、中段逆打ち。回って騎馬立ち、下段払い、下段突き。おし。はい。はい。3。てい。よし。はい。てい前屈立ち、上段受け、後屈立ち、外受け、騎馬立ち、下段払い、 前屈立ち内受けの連続動作です。よし、はい3はいよしはい3はい、それでは
Let us now look at moving in kibadachi or shikodachi with a full 180-degree turn.
正面に対して
Firstly, assume a 90-degree kibadachi or shikodachi.
または木立にこう立っていきます。この位置から、反転、前方の反転ですけども、
We'll be moving forward in 180 degrees.
向いてる方向が180度。
Turning forward 180 degrees.
運動ですが、この時に今移動したように円を描くような。
As the back leg comes through, be careful not to draw a circle with the foot. You're moving straight, so be sure the leg comes through straight. The front foot remains as it is. Don't turn the foot first before you move. It remains as it is, and as the back foot comes through, the front foot will then turn naturally of its own accord, and the heel settles as the body weight drops into the stance again.
しっかりと足の位置を決めて、かかとが返って騎馬立ちまたはしこ立ちにこう立つということです。後ろ足が前に出る過程の中で
Once again, as the back leg comes through, the front foot will turn naturally and find its proper position as the hips twist into the stance.
立ち方を決めるということです。これが騎馬立ちまたはしこ立ちの場合の前方の反転運動の仕方です。はい、それでは今度は
Next is the technique of stepping behind in the same fashion.
反転移動です。正面に対して
First of all, assume a 90-degree kibadachi, looking to the front.
後方ですんで
This time we are stepping behind,
こういう方向に
so we will come through in this fashion.
その時にやはり前方の移動と同じよう
The same as in the forward step through, avoid moving the leg in a large circle. Rather, bring the heel through in a straight line with the ball of the foot on the ground. It is as if you are first moving into kakeashidachi. When the foot is in the correct position, the weight goes to the ball of the feet and the hips turn. Don't let the hips rise up. The foot comes through straight with the toes sliding across the floor. When the foot is in the correct position, once again, the body turns from the hips. With the weight on the balls of the feet, as far as possible, the leg comes through in a straight line, transitions through kakeashidachi, and the hips turn into the correct position.
騎馬立ちまたしこ立ちの場合の後方の反転移動です。
Next is the method of sidestepping in a 90-degree kibadachi or shikodachi.
またその際の方向転換の仕方を説明いたしたいと思います。正面に対して
First of all, assume a 90-degree kibadachi or shikodachi.
この位置から
There are two methods of sidestepping in kibadachi.
まず第一に
First is stepping through in front.
前交差の移動。また
The second is stepping behind.
これがあります。
Step in front, basically into kakeashidachi, and bring the back leg through, or step behind into kakeashidachi and follow through. Of course, avoid any up and down motion with the hips. Keep the hips down and watch the opponent at all times. As you step through in front, keep the hips low.
交差して深い駆け足立ちになるような形で、この時に腰がくれぐれも浮かないようにしっかりと腰を落としたまま。
Don't bring the hips up as the back foot comes through. Again, stay low as you step through. Cross behind into kakeashidachi and step through. cross in front, cross behind. The legs remain bent and the hips low through the whole movement. Nowhere do the hips rise. You can take a proper fighting kamae or even a yoi position. But above all, transfer your awareness from side to side as necessary, from the opponent in front of you to the opponent behind. Transfer awareness accordingly.
これが騎馬立ち、四股立ちの際の左右の移動、また方向転換の仕方です。騎馬立ち順突き、えいし、えい、さん、てい、えい、えい、さん、てい。後屈立ち、手刀回し受け、よー、てい、それ、騎馬立ち順突き、騎馬立ち鉄槌、えい、えい、てい、てい、えい、えい、てい。後屈立ち内受けから前屈立ち逆突きの連続動作です。えい、えい、3、てい、えい、えい、3、てい。45度騎馬立ち下段払いから前屈立ち逆突きの連続動作です。えい、えい、3、てい、てい、えい、えい、3、てい。前屈立ち蹴りのようにてい、前蹴上げ、よし、えい、3、下がり、よし、えい、3、前蹴り、回し蹴り、横蹴り、えい、えい、3、てい、よし、えい、3、てい。後屈立ち、手刀回し受け、よー、構えて、前蹴りから手刀回し受けもろ手突きの連続動作です。えい、えい、3、下がり、よし、えい、3、左足前、騎馬立ち、蹴りのように、前手、前交差横蹴り、後ろ交差横蹴り、えい、えい、てい、よし、えい、てい。左足前、騎馬立ち、蹴りのように、構えて、前交差横蹴りから後ろ蹴りの連続動作です。始め、てい、 手前屈立ち下段払いよー構えて前蹴り追い突き3手前屈立ち下段払い逆突きよー構えて回し蹴り逆突き3手3手左45度前蹴り右45度裏剣横蹴り前屈立ち逆突きまでの連続動作です。3手3手左足前組手の構えよー構えて連続5本蹴り始め手始め手はい、それでは組手の構えからのステップワークを行います。自然体組手の構えよー待て追い足1 2 3追い下がり1 3送り足1 3送り下がり1 3踏み足1 3踏み下がり1 3スイッチ交差1 3 4 5 6あや直れ
Let's now look at the next level of training, prearranged or yakusok kumite, beginning with sambon, three-step kumite.
はい、向かい合ってお互いに礼。お願いします。はい、正座して、前屈下段払いよい。
The attacker on kamaete takes a deep zen kutsudachi.
しっかりと正確に前屈下段払いに構えます。
The defender, ukete, cuts the hands across the body and stands in yoi, ready position. First we'll show jodan uke and jodan ski.
3、直れ。交代です。はい、構えて。よし。3。
When you counter, it is important that you move in, control your opponent's position, and suppress the attacking arm. Step in deeply and strike jodan.
はい、直れ。はい、お互いね。ありがとうございました。
This time, we will use kicks to defend against the attacker's hand techniques.
はい、バットを互いにね。はい、正座して、前屈下段払いよい。はい、よし。はい。3。はい。直れ。交代です。構えて。3。よし。はい。3。はい、直れ。はい、ありがとうございました。おっす、ありがとうございました。
Next, we will use hand techniques to defend against the attacker's kicks.
3本組手を行います。はい、向かって、はい、お願いします。はい、構えて。よし。はい。3。はい。直れ。構えて。3。よし。はい。3。3。はい、直れ。
Now we will demonstrate an example of using leg techniques in reply to the attacker's kicks.
3本組手を行います。はい、お互い。よし。お願いします。はい、正座して。構えて。よし。はい。3。3。直れ。構えて。よし。はい。3。
This time, an example of defending with hand techniques against hand attacks, then countering with a kick.
3本組手をやってみたいと思います。はい、お互いね。おす。はい、構えて。さあ。よし。はい。3、さあ。あれ。構えて。さあ。よし。はい。さあ。さあ。あれ。
Now we'll show you a method of defending with leg techniques against hand attacks, and then countering with a hand technique of our own.
はい、レイ、よし、よし、待て、さあ、よし、はい、さあ、はい、さあ、あれ、待て、さあ、よし。
Lastly, we use a foot technique to defend against hand attacks. Then we counter with a kick.
返すという3本組み手を行います。はい、えい、おっす、巻いてい、よし、えい、さっ、いや、さあ、直れ、巻いてい、さあ、よし、えい、さっ、さあ、よし、直れ。
対局その1、
はい、よし、えい、3、4、5、6、よし、8、9、10、よし、えい、3、4、5、6、よし、8、9、10、
直れ。対局その2、
はい、よし、えい、3、4、5、6、よし、8、9、10、よし、えい、3、4、5、6、よし、8、9、10、
直れ。対局その3、
はい、よし、えい、3、4、5、6、よし、8、9、10、よし、えい、3、4、5、6、よし、8、9、10、
直れ。即技対局その1、
はい、よし、えい、3、4、5、6、よし、8、よいしょ、9、10、よし、えい、3、4、5、6、よし、8、9、10、
直れ。
即技対局その2。よい。よし。えい。3、4、5、6、よし。8、9、10、よし。えい。3、4、5、6、よし。8、9、10。直れ。即技対局その3。よい。よし。えい。3、4、5、6、よし。8、9、10。よし。えい。3、4、5、6、よし。8、9、10。直れ。金案その1。よー。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。よし。3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。倒れ。金案その2。よーい。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。よし。3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。倒れ。金案その3。よー。1、2、3、4、5、6、
七八九十やよしはい三四五六七八九十や直れ金案その4よーよしはい3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10やよしはい3 4 5 6 7 8 9やや倒れピンアンその後よーよしはい3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10やよし2 3 4 や5 6 7 8 9 10倒れピンアンその1裏よーよしはい3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10よしはい3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10直れピンアンその2裏よーはいはい3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 はい3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、倒れ。ピンアンその3裏よー1はい3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、はい3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、倒れ。ピンアンその4裏よーよしはい3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、よしはい3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、倒れ。ピンアンその後裏よーよしはい3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、よしはい3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、倒れ。黙想三鎮よー 3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、よし、はい、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、休め。
奥そうヤンツーよーいよし2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、倒れ休め。
そう。月の方。よーい。1、はい。3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、よし、はい、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、倒れ休め。そう撃砕大よー1、はい、3、4、5、6、 七八九十一二三四五六七八九十休めそう撃砕しようよーいよしはい3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10よしはい3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10それ目標天章よーいよしはい3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 8 8 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10倒れ休めそう再破よーい1はい3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10よしはい3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10倒れスメッ黙想静円鎮よーいよしはい3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10よしはい3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10よしはい3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10倒れスメッそう我流よーよしはい3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10よしはい3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10よしはい3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10はい倒れスメッそう精杯よー1はい3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 1、はい、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、1、はい、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、倒れ、休め。목소 강크 요 에스 에이 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 S A 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 S A 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 S A 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 S A 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 S A 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 아우렛 스윗 목소 스시호 요이 1 2 3 7 9 6 7 8 9 10 1 2 3 7 5 6 7 8 9 10 1 2 3 7 9 6 1 8
9 10 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10直れ休め
I'd like to take this opportunity to remind you of some important points concerning tameshiwari. As with all Kihon training, you must be fully aware of what you are hitting with, where you are hitting to, and how you are hitting. This especially applies to all tameshiwari. Be aware of your position, how you are moving, where the opponent is, and how you are going to hit. You must fully grasp this concept in your movements. With a foundation of good posture, speed and strength in the instant of impact, and good technique coordinated with correct breathing, your kicks and punches will be very powerful. Aim your attacks at the vital points of the imaginary opponent. We are looking at tameshiwari training, but you should approach tameshiwari as a facet of kumite. See it in the same spirit as kumite, as a part of your kumite training. You are not just breaking boards, you are training to improve and strengthen your kumite. Before we continue with the section on kumite training, I would like to remind you of a few important points. Firstly, the word kumite means to combine, to mix your techniques with those of your opponent. You mix and blend your movements together. So you have to be aware of your opponent's movements, their attacks, their blocks, their footwork. You must be responsive to them. You must adjust your own movement accordingly. Just doing what you want to do regardless of your opponent is not kumite. So always be aware of your opponent and their techniques as you train kumite. Coordinate your movement with theirs. If they punch, counter with a kick. If they kick, strike. If they block, counter. This is a basic principle of kumite. Also, when you hit, you should be aiming to hit the weak points, the vital points of the body. It is difficult, but you should always have this in mind when doing kumite. As I explained on tape 2, there are a number of vital points on the human body. Firstly, on the center line from the top of the head to the groin, the vital nerve points are known as the first-degree vital points. All the main vital points are on this line, including the throat, the solar plexus, and the groin. The second-degree vital points are found on the lateral balance line, from the top of the head, the temple, the mandible joint, the carotid sinus on the neck, down the side of the body, even where the muscles join the bones. The points here are known as the second-degree vital points. The third-degree vital points are along the spine, at the back of the center line. Lastly, the fourth-degree vital points are the parts of the body that are hidden when you stand straight. The inside of the legs and groin, the armpit area, the throat, and so on. So when you take your fighting stance, you should be aware of these points and protect them. Don't stand open and expose the weak points. Guard, protect your own vital points, whilst aiming your blows at the opponents. An extension of your dojo training is tournament competition. If you wish to participate in competition, the most important and fundamental point to remember is mutual respect and honour. Without this attitude, it is no longer a match, it is a brawl. Whilst respecting your opponent, you face the challenge of the match to learn and improve. In matches, there is a result, a win or a loss. If you win, reflect on the victory and learn from it. And if you lose, reflect on the bout and use the experience in your training to improve your skills. This is the correct spirit in which to approach tournament matches. Humble in victory, yet poised in defeat. Honour all with respect and courtesy. This is the philosophy of one who has bravely faced full contact duels as well as the innermost battles of life. Mas Soyama lived karate. He devoted his life to karate. To the very end, he continued training day and night, never losing sight of his goal, never ceasing in his pursuit of further self-improvement. In Kyokushin Karate, all begins in Kihon, and all is realized through practice. Surely such a path of demanding discipline offers more than mere physical strength. Indeed, the martial way imparts its wisdom through intense self-discipline and training. Through an understanding and mastery of its deepest mysteries, it serves to develop a noble and distinguished character. Certainly, physical strength and skill are important. On the other hand, that skill must be balanced with a disciplined mind to keep that power under one's control. In his later years, Masoyama visited many countries, devoting his energies to fostering world peace and universal brotherhood through his art. For the true spirit of Kyokushin Karate is this: humbly carry your head low but your vision high, reserved in speech but broad of heart, be considerate of one's parents and always be of service to others. Our responsibility lies in accepting the wishes of Masoyama, to willingly accept the traditions and spirit of Kyokushin Karate and pass them on to the generations to come.